Gate of All Nations. The Gate of All Nations, also known as the Gate of Xerxes, is an ancient Persian monument located in the ruins of the ancient city of Persepolis, in Iran. It was built during the reign of King Xerxes I, 486 to 465 BC, of the Achaemenid Empire, and it served as the entrance to the royal palace. The Gate of All Nations was designed to impress visitors with its grandeur and magnificence. The Gate of All Nations was an important symbol of Persian power and prestige, and it served as a venue for important ceremonies and diplomatic meetings. It was also a place where foreign ambassadors and dignitaries could be received by the Persian king. It is one of the most impressive examples of ancient Persian architecture and a testament to the power and wealth of the Achaemenid Empire. Structure of Gate of Nation. The Gate of All Nations is a large square structure that measures approximately 20 meters in length on each side. The gate is supported by 4 massive stone columns, each of which is about 20 meters, 65 feet, tall. The columns are topped with double-headed bulls, which are a common motif in ancient Persian art. The gateway itself is made of large, finely carved stone blocks, and it is decorated with reliefs depicting scenes from Persian mythology and history. The overall size and grandeur of the Gate of All Nations were meant to impress visitors and convey the power and prestige of the Achaemenid Empire. Who built Gate of the Nations? The Gate of All Nations was built during the reign of King Xerxes I, 486 to 465 BC, of the Achaemenid Empire. Xerxes was the 4th king of the Achaemenid dynasty, which ruled over a vast empire that included much of modern-day Iran, Iraq, and parts of Central Asia and the Caucasus. Xerxes is known for his military campaigns, including the invasion of Greece, which was famously repelled by the Greeks at the Battle of Thermopylae. However, he was also a great builder and commissioned many impressive architectural projects throughout his empire. The Gate of All Nations was one of Xerxes' most impressive architectural projects, and it was designed to impress visitors with its grandeur and magnificence. The gate served as the entrance to the royal palace complex of Persepolis, which was the ceremonial capital of the Achaemenid Empire. For what Gate of All the Nations were used for? The Gate of All Nations, also known as the Gate of Xerxes, was used for several purposes during the Achaemenid period in ancient Persia. It served as the entrance to the royal palace complex of Persepolis, which was the ceremonial capital of the Achaemenid Empire. Here are some of the functions of the Gate of All Nations. Reception of ambassadors. The Gate of All Nations was an important site for receiving foreign ambassadors and envoys who came to meet the Persian king. Diplomatic meetings and negotiations would take place at the gate, and visitors were often impressed by its grandeur and magnificence. Ceremonial entrance. The Gate of All Nations was also used as a ceremonial entrance for the Persian king and other important dignitaries. For example, victorious generals returning from battle would enter through the gate, and tribute from conquered nations would be presented here. Symbol of power and prestige. The Gate of All Nations was a symbol of Persian power and prestige. Its grandeur and magnificence were meant to impress visitors and convey the wealth and power of the Achaemenid Empire. For what Gate of All the Nations used for now? Today, the Gate of All Nations is an important archaeological site and a popular tourist attraction in Iran. It is one of the most impressive examples of ancient Persian architecture and a testament to the wealth and power of the Achaemenid Empire. The gate is no longer used for its original purposes, as it was built over 2,500 years ago during the Achaemenid period. However, it remains an important historical monument and a symbol of Persian culture and heritage. Visitors to the Gate of All Nations can explore the ruins of the ancient palace complex and admire the grandeur and beauty of the gate itself. The gate is adorned with reliefs depicting scenes from Persian mythology and history, and visitors can learn about the culture and traditions of ancient Persia. Overall, the Gate of All Nations is a fascinating glimpse into the ancient world and a testament to the enduring legacy of the Achaemenid Empire.